With Season of the Seraph, we got some new and returning weapons into the game, but in this video specifically, I wanted to focus on the Pulse Rifle that you can get this time around, which is the Disparity. Now, its archetype is categorized under Aggressive Burst, hard-hitting 4-burst fire. So again, it shoots 4 rounds instead of the traditional 3-round Pulse Rifle. So that makes this thing fairly unique. We haven't had a lot of these as of recently, which makes me very happy, but also its origin trait, Ambush. Again, improves range handling and damage against combatants during the opening moments of an engagement. Since it is Hake, it also does come with Hake breach armaments. This weapon deals increased damage against vehicles, turrets, barricades, and stasis crystals. But Ambush, that's a cool one. Now, how to obtain this Pulse Rifle, again, it's anything focused around the season. So it can be from rank up packages, you know, getting it a random drop from the Umbral Focusing. Again, you could get enough upgrades here on the Exo Frame to where you can actually pick up the Pulse Rifle directly. Again, it's going to cost more materials, but eventually you can get a red border right off the bat. That is going to be an upgrade. And if you go to our map here, you can also get it from the Heist Battlegrounds Arena activity. First up, let's talk about PVE and the potential God rolls you can get on this thing. It does have some juicer rolls, honestly, man. So let's just go through it. Again, PVE wise, I don't think the barrel really matters in my opinion. Again, it's not something super crucial for an activity like PvE, but the magazine is a little bit of a different story. You know, things like for Flared Magwell isn't bad, something like Extended Mag, but again, it's going to really slow down your reload time on this thing, especially since it is a harder hitting Pulse Rifle. The reload time is going to be pretty slow. Something like Tac Mag wouldn't be bad. Appended Mag is probably one of your best options here, but if you did want to use something like Extended Mag, I'd recommend looking into either A, Rapid Hit, which rapidly precision hits temporarily increase stability and reload speed. Then you also have Outlaw. Precision kills greatly decrease the reload time. Honestly, I would just probably go Appended Mag or Tac Mag, but it's not a huge deal here. But definitely in this first column, you have some solid options like Pugilist as well for trade column number 1. You know, final blows of this weapon generate melee energy, and dealing melee damage briefly improves the weapon's handling, which is great. Like I said, Rapid Hit's always a classic. Outlaw is always a classic. Everything else in trade column number 1, not really. But trade column number 2, though, we have a multitude of options. First up being Desperado. If you don't know what that is, again, it only comes on a select amount of Pulse Rifles and a sidearm now, believe it or not. But reloading after precision, final blow increases your rate of fire. So again, it's not as overpowered as Desperado used to be, but it does increase that rate of fire. We do also have Kill Clip. Again, Kill Clip did get a slight nerf, so keep that in mind. Swashbuckler. Again, good damage perk. This weapon gains increased damage from melee kills and kills with the weapon. So if you just get a melee, it automatically goes to ×5. One for all. I think we all know this one as well. Hitting 3 separate targets increases damage for moderate duration. Then Headstone as well. Headstone is a classic if you're going for a stasis build. Again, if you want to break the crystal, get that increased grenade regen from one of the fragments. But Precision Final Blow spawn a stasis crystal at the victim's location. Again, that pairs well with Outlaw and Rapid Hit. And then lastly, we have Frenzy. Again, Frenzy is always a classic damage perk. Again, being in combat for an extended time increases damage, handling, and reload for this weapon until you're out of combat. Now, just note, all these perks in trade column number 1 and number 2 are able to get those enhanced versions of themselves if you can get this thing craftable. Again, I think you have to have 5 red borders of the Pulse Rifle that you either complete or dismantle, and then you can go to the Enclave and craft one of these things. You always have to level it up to be able to, you know, get the enhanced perks and have the right materials, but it'll definitely be worth it. Now, if you were to ask me, Dave, what's going to be the best combination here for the traits? What's going to be the best thing? Again, if I were you, I would opt for Rapid Hit. Like, Outlaw's great and all, but Rapid Hit procs on precision hits, not just kills. If you get Outlaw, it's not awful. Definitely not a bad option, but just keep in mind Rapid Hit focuses on precision hits versus getting precision kill. And then again, any of these damage perks here, Desperado, Kill Cliff, Swashbuckler, One for All, Frenzy, all those are great. Honestly, I'd probably go Desperado just so I can keep that up. Kill Clip, maybe not for high end, but definitely for, you know, mid-tier to lower activities, because you can reactivate Kill Clip now since it is fixed, which is great. If I was focusing on a Stasis build specifically, I would definitely go Headstone if I need that extra crystal. But honestly, if you get Pugilist, Rapid Hit, or Outlaw in trade column number 1, and then Desperado, Kill Clip, Swashbuckler, One for All, Headstone, or Frenzy in trade column number 2, you're going to be set. But obviously what we want to do is get the craftable ones for those upgraded perks. Now let's talk about the big topic of conversation for this thing. PvP. The Crucible. All right, let me tell you, I took in 2 rolls and it feels really good, honestly. I just think the issue with Crucible, this is a whole nother video we could talk about, but just like once I hit somebody with a burst or something, they just run away. which I get it. Like, it's just smart tactically. Like, I don't know what my like elo is to figure out what rank I am in the quote-unquote casual playlist, but overall it felt pretty good. Like, the 4 burst pulse rifles have always been solid, especially at range. So let's just talk about the perks real quick. Barrel wise, if you want to focus on stability, definitely go with polygonal rifling. If you wanted more range, hammer forged, full bore, or extended barrel will work. If you wanted more vertical recoil, again, you could go with arrowhead break. Again, that'll greatly increase that recoil. You could potentially go chamber compensator, but again, that does lower your handling a little bit, so keep that in mind. Magazine wise, I would probably go with either accurized rounds for the range, or if you wanted more stability, again, you could go steady rounds. Just note you will lose out on some of that range, so keep that in mind. Tag mag wouldn't be a bad option either, since it kind of hits a multitude of things: stability, reload speed, and magazine size, which is very, very good. Now for the Crucible, I would say the main perk here to focus on is Rapid Hit. Rapid Hit is just so good, dude. Just the precision hits giving you that increased stability and reload speed is great. You could potentially go with Eye of the Storm. Again, this weapon becomes more accurate and boosts handling as your health gets lower, which happens a lot in the Crucible, so Eye of the Storm can be procced fairly often. Now, for trade column number 2, definitely 2 of the best perks here. Number 1 being Desperado. I understand it's not as good as it used to be, but it still freaking shreds. Keep that in mind. Pairing that with Rapid Hit is going to be disgusting. And then Kill Clip. Again, you do only get a lesser bonus of what it used to be, but Kill Clip is still very good. Having that increased damage in the Crucible, increasing your time to kill, is going to be very crucial here. So, again, the rest of the perks I probably wouldn't mess with, but again, I would say either a combination of Rapid Hit, Kill Clip, or Desperado, or Eye of the Storm, Desperado, Kill Clip. One of those. You got 4 perk options, and also, if you get the craftable roll, you can just craft it yourself with the upgraded, you know, Rapid Hit, Eye of the Storm, Desperado, and Kill Clip. Those get bonuses, which is just... that's just absolutely ridiculous. So I'm hoping to get a craftable one so I can take this thing back in the Crucible, because my one with just base Rapid Hit Desperado just feels absolutely disgusting. Overall rating for this Pulse Rifle, I honestly don't have any problem with it. The perks on it are really good. All the perks are viable in both PvE and PvP. It is craftable. Its origin trait perk is absolutely disgusting. 10 out of 10. Like I said, no issues with this thing. If you get this thing, especially in PvE, you have a high chance of getting a PvE roll. And in PvP, it has stupid rolls. You're going to have good range. You're going to have good stability as well if you proc into that. But I love this thing. It reminds me of the Forsaken pulse rifles that came out. There was 2 of them. One was like red and one was gray, but they were both aggressive burst pulse rifles. Oh, they were just so nice. I loved them a lot, and I'm glad that we're getting aggressive bursts back into the game. And honestly, aesthetic-wise, you could be like, it looks a little plain. I don't know, dog. I like it. Yeah, the color's greenish, blue, metallic. I kind of like it, though. But again, that's why we have shaders. In any event, guys, that is my review and some of the best rolls you can get on the Disparity. Highly recommend grinding this thing out to get the craftable roll, whether you want it for PvE or PvP. If you like what you saw, again, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that bell next to notifications so you don't miss out on other videos here on the channel. I am going to be covering a lot of builds and updated builds from the past, because let me tell you, we have some interesting artifact mods this season and some different changes that happen to the Void 3.0 subclasses. If you guys didn't know, we stream 3 days a week here on YouTube, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and with the new Spire the Watcher dungeon out, I will be doing carries periodically throughout the season, helping you guys. So if you need help or a carry with this dungeon throughout the week, again, just tune into the live stream, or if you want to be proactive, be sure to join my Discord. That link will be in the description. Again, we're talking about Destiny 2 in there, but we also have a variety of other games in there as well, and other topics like anime and PC tech and more. Lastly, if you didn't know, we hit YouTube Partner recently here on the channel, which is just freaking awesome. Again, that gives us access to exclusive benefits here on the channel. One of those things being memberships. If you don't know what a membership is, essentially it is like a Twitch subscription. Again, you're going to get custom emotes, you're going to get those monthly badges, and access to a few other features that not everybody will be able to get here on the channel. So again, if you want more info on that, just press the join button next to subscribe, and then I'll give you the rundown. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. We'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.
From the far, wage war